what's up everyone? I want to talk about a difficult equilibrium question. It says the catalog store has data indicating that when the price of a CD bookcase is $134, the demand quantity is 64 and the supply quantity is 84. The equilibrium point occurs when the price is $100 and the quantity is $80. Find the linear demand and the linear supply equations. Alright, let's try this. So the key to this is to understand that the equilibrium point is a point on both of those equations. So let's try to make these 2 points. Alright, so for demand, let's make 2 points. Let's say we have, and remember, we always want quantity, comma, price. It's always like that. Price is always y. So for demand, what do we have? We have 1 point that was given to us, a demand of 64, right? 64, comma, and a price of what? 134, all right? And now the equilibrium point is our second point, and that's going to be what? Where does it talk about the equilibrium point? A quantity of 80, so I'm going to put 80, comma, 100. Okay, so with those 2 points, we can find the equation. All right, let's create a fraction here. Let's say m equals to, let's get a slope. Let's say 134 minus 100. We'll divide by 64 minus 80. You're gonna get a negative slope here. So it's gonna be 30. Oh, let's get another fraction. 34. And what? Negative 16. We'll say 16. We'll put a negative up front. This equals to, does it simplify? 17 over 8. Or do they want a decimal? Looks like they're getting decimals, so we can go ahead and go for a decimal here. 34 over 16 is, let's see, 16, was that what? So 2.125, okay. 2.125, negative 2.125. So we have our slope. Next thing we can do is find the equation by saying y minus 100 equals to negative 2.125 x minus 80. So I am using one of the points. I'm using, which point am I using? This one. I'm plugging in x and y. So from that, I'm going to get y minus 100 equals to x plus 80 times that. Okay, so see if we can say times 80. Huh, did we get 170? Nice. Okay, looks like 170. We plug that in like that. So now if we add 100, looks like we're getting y equals to plus 270. And hopefully that is correct. Let's insert all this work. Looks like that's our answer on the bottom. Let's see if it is. Yeah, 270, negative 2.125. Okay, that's the process to get that first one for the demand, right? Now we do a similar thing for the supply. So how do we handle the supply? Similarly, let's see. Remember, quantities first, then price. So let's try it. Supply. Well, we have a supply quantity of 88 and the same price of 134, was it? As you can see there, 134, and then you have that same equilibrium point. Remember, that's the key to this question, is to understand that the equilibrium point is on the demand and the supply equation. That's the key to this question. If you can figure that out, then you're good to go. So then let's see, I'll just Control C this, copy that in, change some numbers around. What's the different numbers? What's different? Oh, 64 changed to 88. That's the difference. Okay, let's just change 64 to 88 then. 88. So this is positive now, and 8. So let's get a different number. 34 over 8 is 4.25, and that looks correct. See, 4.25. Okay, going back in here, put 4.25. Change this 4.25, and then anything else change? I think everything else used 80 and 100. Yeah, everything else is correct. 4.25. This 170 is different. It would be minus now. 80 times 4.25. So let's see. Times 80. 340. Yep. 340. I'll put add. Oh, missing an x. 4.25x. I'm missing an x on that last equation. But let's see. So if I add 100, I get negative 240, right? Negative 240 looks like our answer. Any way to box that? We'll just leave that. There's our answer. Y equals 4.25x minus 240. Let's see. 4.25x minus 240. Everything looks good. Make sure you add this x here. Oops. Don't want to show you bad habits or mistakes. This is an equation in terms of y and x. Alright, so let's see. How can we summarize this question? It boils down to you getting ordered pairs and understanding that the equilibrium point is going to be an ordered pair for both equations, the linear demand and the linear supply equation. And that's pretty much it. So once again, key things: make price y and quantity x. Try to get two ordered pairs, and then start going through creating the equation. Same thing with the supply. Create two ordered pairs, and then go through the process of finding the slope first, plugging it into this equation, plug in the x and the y. We picked this point. Plug in the x and the y, and then proceed to find the equation. Now, we did put it in y and x. One thing that I might mention is that sometimes you want to write it as p. So you could say, it's probably better to say p equals negative 2.125 x plus 270. That's a better way to write it with p, because we're dealing with price and demand, right? Same thing here. We could change this. Let's see. Control C. Control V, change this to a P. Boom. So it's a little nicer using P instead of Y, right? Because they're using P here, see? Alright, hope that helps.